Hey guys, it's me, Spicy. While we wait for Semis 2 to start over on the Broad Street Blur stream and Semis 1 to start over on the Mangalore stream, we just gotta run through a quick few updates of tournaments happening this year and the road to MomoCon. We got Broad Street Blur happening once a month here, local host Pennsylvania, local host Philly. If you want to come out here, if you missed Catalyst, feel free to stop by at any of these dates here. Along with Go for Broke, we have Along with Broad Street Blur, we have Go for Broke March 15th as well, hosted at the same time as Broad Street Blur. If you're interested in any fighting game action such as Street Fighter 6, Tekken 8, Guilty Gear Strive, Under Night In-Birth 2, Mortal Kombat 1, Virtua Fighter Revo, feel free to stop by. We also got Philadelphia Beyblade coming out for an event for themselves as well. Over in the southeast, we got RecCon March 1st at 2 p.m. over at Georgia Tech, held by one of the great TOs, Air Hockey. Feel free to stop by as well for another event in Georgia before we go to MomoCon later this year. And later afterwards, we got Super Capital Clash 4 ran by one of our great TOs, Melpool. It's a great time here. If you want to beat Cinda before we get a chance to at MomoCon, the defending champion, please come out to Super Capital Clash 4 in Ashburn, Virginia. We'll be right back after this short break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be over with some semifinals action. Thank
Listen closely, approach me, sucker closely. Don't try to treat me like greater than toast me impossible. I cut a sucker in small chunks, make more rhymes than Michael Jordan makes slams. That's low, prerogative. On a mission, kicking knowledge on a different level. Mix the lyrics like the bass with the treble. Take a deep breath, getting funky as my lungs release a solid rhyme. Switches on the piece, slack it. Never stop, so I continue on. With the first word is right, word is born. I made your imperfection out of indulgent fantasy. Take a mile and then start. Be like me. Listen closely, approach me, sucker closely. Don't try to treat me like greater than toast me impossible. I cut a sucker in small chunks, make more rhymes than Michael Jordan makes slams. That's low, prerogative. Listen closely, approach me, sucker closely. Don't try to treat me like greater than toast me impossible. I cut a sucker in small chunks, make more rhymes than Michael Jordan makes slams. That's low, prerogative. On a mission, kicking knowledge on a different level. Mix the lyrics like the bass with the treble. Take a deep breath, getting funky as my lungs release a solid rhyme. Switches on the piece, slack it. Never stop, so I continue on. With the first word is right, word is born. I made your imperfection out of indulgent fantasy. Take a mile and then start. Be like me. Listen closely, approach me, sucker closely. Don't try to treat me like greater than toast me impossible. I cut a sucker in small chunks, make more rhymes than Michael Jordan makes slams. That's low, prerogative. Listen closely, approach me, sucker closely. Don't try to treat me like greater than toast me impossible. I cut a sucker.
Yep. Uh,
What is up, guys? We are back with Semis. Me and Dynamo again, running it back.
Unfortunately, y'all are stuck with us.
Yeah, so sorry about that. But we are here. Me and Jack Harlow are gonna carry the comms for this event. I know Jack Harlow here, excited to sing everybody to victory here. Excitement awaits. So there might have there might be some issues happening. Again, don't worry about them. They are irrelevant.
Yeah, they aren't casting
Yeah,
this event. We are them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, we have lots of pretty good people in this room. The POVs this time are going to be technical and fate. And we have some other pretty good players in here. Hee-Haw is back in this room, and which y'all saw him last time. So we're trying to mix up the POVs, and we have some other pretty good players like Steez from Bone Dry Dudes. We have Princess Brat. We have Vertex is back again.
Lunch Tray is returning. Krakow from Pool 1
Yep.
is here as well as, I think, the 5 seed.
And we have Awoken as well in this room. So lots of really solid players. This is going to be a much more difficult room than the last time. So might see a little bit more mix up between the top spots here. So who knows? This could be a pretty high stakes event right here.
Definitely.
So lots of contenders, I'd say, for who could win this. Lots of contenders. And then after this, we have finals. This is the big one. Finals will be the big one with all of the names on it. Basically just everyone will be there. All the big people that you want to see.
Yeah, over $1,000 at stake.
A
I believe this one.
bajillion dollars.
Yeah, a bajillion dollars.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
To our millions of fans currently watching this,
For all of
what
Jack
would you do
Harlow's
with
fans.
$1 billion?
Yeah,
A
yeah.
bajillion
Yeah.
dollars.
So yeah, it's a pretty nice
Put it in the
prize
chat
pool.
below.
I'd say it's a pretty nice upgrade compared to last Catalyst. It's insane how much it has grown since. So it is nice seeing the growth from year to year. I was there last year, and yeah, this is pretty big. It's pretty lucrative. You see Spoon sponsoring us with the Donkey Kong. But yeah, the room should be starting sometime soon. Just kind of waiting for everybody to get in, and then after that, we can get started with this. Interested to see all the tracks. You know, me personally, I'm excited to see Apo be picked here because we have 2 UB players. So, yeah. Yeah. We're going to see some potential Apo picks here, which is a personal favorite of mine that Dynamo likes to slander me on. But, you know, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, oh, wait. Oh, yeah, we have Shadow in here as well, who is also in the other room. And then we have Anomaly, who was, I think one of the underdogs that ended up making it in. We have Klax, who is also another one of the underdogs, as well as he goes to the same school as Fate. So, some pretty cool stuff. But yeah, I'm excited to see what happens here, you know? Honestly, so many solid players, it could really be anyone's game. And we are starting the room. We're going to see everyone's track picks, see how it all goes. See what technical is going to go with here. He is starting in first place, so he can pick a pretty solid runner here. So who knows? We'll see. He's going with Rainbow Road 7s. All right, we're seeing lots of trap picks here. We see some LA laps going on. Shadow signature track Athens Stash. We see Brat picking Sky High Sunday, which I think is a pretty popular track on OnlyFriends. We see some what is that? Madrid. We see Lunch Day going with some Blue Lake here. So lots of interesting tracks going on.
Yeah, you're gonna see not as many runners, to be honest. More just comfort to try and get on a good start in general. Because especially with Shadow, who are we aware of, she is picking her favorite track in the game. Something that she's very comfortable with. Not a super hard runner, but something that she knows by heart. And even against like some of the highest players, she can outplay them, or at least given the right opportunity, maintain a first place spot.
Yeah, and I think that's something that we're gonna see a lot here because the stakes are much higher in these rooms. So people are just gonna more likely just pick tracks that they just know better rather than tracks that would be good for their spot. Obviously, people are gonna take that into consideration, but I feel like people are gonna be more so to lean towards like, hey, I'm good at this track, so that's why I'm gonna pick it.
Koopa Cape being selected, honestly, a universally accepted track. It is going to be a Shroomer, which is going to be the case for every single lap. So honestly, anyone has the ability to get a great spot here. It's just mostly about how those final interactions pan out.
Yep. And we see Fate here with the Shroom. We see some triple nanas in the pack that you gotta be careful about, but this Shroom here gonna hold it all the way into this water section, but maybe not because he ends up getting hit by Clackless Nanas, which sends him to the back, forcing him to go for this double. Not forcing him, but probably the most optimal play he could go for here. Just barely snagging that box from Krakow there. Now has quad shrooms in this tunnel section here. So honestly, he doesn't really need to go for items here. Oh, yeah, just avoiding the green there. But he has some shrooms, which is pretty solid. Gotta watch out for Anomaly's ring there. But right now, Fate, honestly, this isn't too bad of a spot here. He has shrooms, but he's often to stop here at the set and hopes for a dodge, which isn't too bad of an option just because, shocks and blues are pretty common on this track. So having a start isn't too bad of an idea. We see Technical over here with a shroom in 5th. Cutting up here, Krakow has to start pretty high up. So we'll see what he does here. With that, he looks like he's just going to hold on to 3rd here. Has a shroom. Technical catching up, and now he is taking over that 3rd place spot with Steez just ahead of him. And here's that blue I was talking about earlier. Technical just dodging that green from Krakow. And yeah, Technical's just gonna have to stay clear of these triple greens behind him just because they are pretty dangerous, and he has this shroom here so he can save it for the cut, and that should put him in a pretty good position up there with Steez.
Yeah, you're going to see him take the shortcut here, and especially with his line play, he could definitely be and consistently hold that top 2 spot. On the other hand, someone like Fate is kind of struggling in that mid pack. It looks like he's about to get redded. Has a ghosted pocket, so he can turn it into something good, especially as we reach a point where there could be a shock. But right now, it's just kind of like he's just hoping to recoup some of his coins, gain some valuable items, and kind of just use his expertise to be able to beat out this mid pack.
Looks like Technical here was able to finish the room off in 2nd there. Fate finishes off in 7th. So Technical having a pretty strong starts here, and we see some other people in the top like Hiha and Awoken Clacks rounding out some of these top spots.
Yeah. Besides the Fate, he did do awful in 7th place, but basically, who do you expect to be at the top, finish in the top? But I think with this next one, especially with some of these tracks that can be picked, that I would not expect the same 6 or 7 that did well here to consistently do well as well, because Shadow is going to start picking potentially a bagger. I think she's the last person to pick this track. She's probably going to pick something like a Shroomer. I'm not really sure LA, maybe DKM, to be honest, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
Which she has, is it worldwide or US?
Inward
Tops?
worldwide
Yeah,
tops.
worldwide tops, I think Shroomless. Okay,
No, not shrooms. It's mushrooms. It's mushrooms.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she did pick Athens stats, just going back to that comfort. You're seeing a lot of people, like I think Brat and Krakow picked
Yeah,
the
they
same
picked those
tracks
tracks
as last time.
Yeah, it's just comfort. I mean, honestly, when the stakes are this high, you're just gonna want tracks that you just know better than everyone else, because that's enough of an advantage and enough of a reason for you to pick it. Even though Krakow got like bottom 3, he was still picking Hyrule just because he knows that track and he's confident on it, and that's a good enough reason for him to pick it.
All right, race is about to start. Technical in that 2nd spot. Steez is definitely someone that can hold his own here.
Yeah.
So we'll see who gets that 1st place box. It looks like it's going to be Technical. He pulls coins, so he is at risk of getting redded here. He's probably going to go wide to avoid it.
Or just break a little bit and just yield to Hee-Haw. Let him have it. Unfortunately,
He definitely gets some.
kind of gambled for that. Honestly, could have gone for the double here, but it's like, this is a pretty tight pack. Hee-Haw knows that if he just holds on to onto this red, or shows like that, and he's pretty defensive. Technical, getting redded. Honestly, just staying back here and just hopes for better items.
Trade trolling him there.
Yeah, getting his coins, which, especially since he's on Squeedy, those coins matter a whole lot more than the other Teddy players. But looks like jumping over to the Fate POV here, we have triple greens horn. Honestly, really solid set of items for the spot he's in. Keehaw has red, so he's gonna trail that. Gotta be careful, hits him out. And now Fate is in 3rd place here with fire. Just backs it on this straightaway. Guaranteed hit there. It's a pretty narrow straightaway, so it's like if you go tight, it's like you're basically just screwed by that fire.
Flax getting blued, or at least hit into the iframes in like 4th, so he was in contention for running, but he's officially out at this point. Awoken holding 1, and I feel pretty confident about it, because Fate is going to be aggro to waste his fire. He is more than likely going to use it at this point, but he's probably not going to get the opportunity that he originally wanted and might just settle for a second place.
Yep.
Bill is moving up in like 5th, though. Now 3rd. We'll see who that is. Is that a pink Yoshi? It's Hee-Haw.
Yep. We see he
Back
has triples.
green, not
Yeah,
landing.
the backs aren't going to do a whole lot when he has triples. That's going to be a 3rd place for Hee-Haw. 2nd place for Fate. Technical, just, I guess, getting sent to the back and his coins getting taken just was not it for him there. We see Awoken and C's tied for 1st place here. So, yeah, got some contention in the top spots here. So, excited to see how this goes for them.
Yeah, I feel like Technical, because he might have just gotten lucky, because honestly, so much can go wrong at that Amsterdam finish. But I mean, it's pretty obvious at this point that he is the most confident point for him is definitely in the front. So being sent to the back with a low coin count, it seemed like he at least was not able to get a hand or a position that he was necessarily comfortable with. So almost anything here will probably work out for him, just his ability to move back up to the front. But at least right now, he's probably not happy with where he landed. Blake? No, okay. Madrid from Claxton.
Just in, well, actually, no, I don't know if I can say that on stream. I'm not going to. Yeah. But we are going into Madrid here, and it looks like we got Fate here in and kind of breaking into the top spots with Awoken. And currently in 1st place. And yeah, we see Fate chilling in 1st here, and yeah, we'll see what he can do. And yeah, he's chilling in 1 here. There is a Shroomlet shortcut that he can take here. Takes it flawlessly. And yeah, now he is chilling in 1 here. He actually is in a pretty solid spot, not gonna lie. There's no one really contesting him, it looks like at the moment. No items that are headed his way, and he is cruising along. We see Technical over here, unfortunately, just getting sent to the back once again, and he's gonna have to find a way to clutch up some spots here. And so now Technical is popping his golden, and he is getting a lot of spots. And we'll see what he can do here, because this tight is really packed. Krakow just got rid of his triple greens, and that would have been very trivial for players that would have tried to gone there. And now Klaxy has a crazy 8, which has a bomb in it, which he can back it right here on the glider, killing
like
everybody. But he's
passive.
still fully onto it. But what he can
He
do
can trap
is
cut.
bomb
my
Technical
God.
in the glider. Very unfortunate stuff here. I thought he was going to save that for the shortcut,
That's
which
crazy.
honestly would have been really
That's
devious.
disgusting.
But yeah.
Getting back bomb midair like that, he had like a good second on him too.
But Technical has shock, but
Oh
he
my
gets shocked
God.
instead, and Faye's getting
Oh
shock
my
blued in
God.
1.
No,
So much stuff is happening.
We're like 2 feet away from him. He got so mad after that shock.
Yeah,
He was so
Technical
bad.
just got obliterated there. Like, just gets bombed midair, and then gets shocked while he's
He
holding
definitely
it.
has the ability to move back up, but you are seeing people with stars and shrooms move up. So if anything, he's in an extremely bad position.
He's
It's really
hit
just
by
going
the
to focus on
soccer
that final
ball.
hand.
Hee-Haw, you're D2. What are you doing,
Oh,
pal?
bomb!
Oh, Fake getting bombed in there.
Oh, and he panic used the horn. He has nothing. He's in a position where he could very easily be
Watch
red.
out for
Awoken by
Awoken's
back
back.
red the back.
Nope, throwing
Okay,
it
good
forward.
4 from
Technical is
him.
getting, I think,
10.
10th here. This was a very trivial
everything
race going into the
wrong.
3rd lap there. Wow.
Vertex-
Lots of stuff happening.
Vertex struggling too. Honestly, the people that you thought could potentially reach the finals, such as Technical and Vertex, everything going wrong for them. And we're honestly just showing, some of these people at the top are who you expect. But any one of these people, as much experience and skill they have with this game, can struggle in this mid pack, and everything can go wrong at any point.
Yeah, so lots of that was an insane race. So now people are really Technical got 10th there. He's gonna need some of his good tracks.
I don't know if Klax was backhamming that, because he might have just cycled his hand just to pull his star out, and he just accidentally got one of the best clips of his career.
Who knows?
Someone's got to tell him afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, the UMD players picking the same track, just going Grumble, just general comfort for that team. Technical going with somewhat of a, is that a Shroomer, to be honest?
I mean, I don't know. I think it's just a comfort pick, if anything. But
Yeah.
I mean, it can kind of be used for whatever. I think it can be used as like a runner because it is a pretty, difficult track to be pretty good at, and it also has a pretty solid shroom spot halfway through. But we are going to
Really
check that
decent
clock,
chance at shock
which
too.
is a high. This is a really high skill track. Lots
Definitely.
of insane tech actually, as we are on Tech's screen. So we'll see if Tech knows the tech, and he can pull off the tech for the stream.
Shadow getting a
So-
slow start since he's going to push the back.
Yeah,
That's
so we're going to
perfectly
see
fine.
Tech do some tech here as he goes on this first hand here. And
Krakow
we'll see.
triple greens. He's going to be the mid-pack
Yeah.
menace for today.
Yeah, gotta
He's
watch
gonna have to
out
go
for
wide with that
Krakow's
draft.
triple greens. Yep. And if you thought I was over with the Tech doing some tech, we're going to see him do some Kusan sliding here as he pulls off the smart steering barely. That's why they call him technical, because he's a pretty technical player. And now he's got to space out from Krakow's triple greens here. The unfortunate lag there, but he was able to hold it together and had to go around.
Did he miss
He
cut?
wasn't in. Yeah, he did. I think it was just, to be safe.
Or is he up
but-
there in like third? Because there's a pink Yoshi in like third right now
Yeah.
with
He's
two
got to
greens.
be careful of Trey's nanas though. But we see Fate around the same spot as Technical. And he has a red here, tossing it up,
Gets
killing
him.
Krakow, and now he has two shrooms and fire in second. Fortunately, his shroom's getting ghosted. Gonna have to burn this fire just so he can get shrooms
Flame
up.
right behind
There's another fire out. He's gonna have to throw this fire back soon. He's gonna throw it back in front of the crowd. Awesome stuff, Fate. No, he's not. But I mean, honestly,
Blues out, and he is in range
can.
to catch him here. Was
I
it on boost
mean,
panel? No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
There's a couple of
Technical
seconds.
going opposite side of Fate because he knows Fate can just throw this fire back and just get rid of its greens instantly. So he's got to be pretty careful here, dodging all these nanas that are placed on the item
It's
boxes.
up to Tech what he wants to do here, because honestly, he just needs a good race. So if
Yes.
if he really
Fate-
wants to risk it, go
Fate
ahead.
right
But
here-
he cannot afford another bad race.
Fate is in the driver's seat right now with this fire. He is controlling everyone behind him.
Ooh,
Ooh, that I
green side
think
bubbles.
it's just lag. But
Did he
it
miss?
looks
No, he's
yeah,
gonna.
Fate.
He
just has-
dying.
Yeah, and it looks like I think he hit Hee-Haw and Technical gained a spot off of it. I think. I don't
No,
know.
he
It was
hit
hard. I
Hee-Haw
was
on the
looking at
side.
both POV, so it's kind of hard to keep up. But Technical got a good race that he needed.
Vertex getting last place for the second time in a row. I'm gonna be honest. In this pool, I'm not. They might. He needs to do really good soon, or he might just be already out of the running by like race 8 or 9. People are
Yeah.
gonna start moving away very, very quickly because you're seeing the two people in the POVs getting first and second. Granted, it would probably benefit him if like 3 players just front ran and then the pack got a lot closer. But we are getting to that point where if the pack really is pretty solid and it's just moving together up, you cannot get last twice in a row.
Honestly, I'm starting to think if we should start giving people MMR for this event because we are seeing Excite Bike Arena being selected here. Common launch track.
Cheap Beach by Krakow.
Cheap Beach by Krakow. I mean, pretty popular
Brat just
between
picking
by.
comfort.
I'm pretty sure some of the German teams like Clan, and I know a good friend of mine, the Nat, also really likes this track. It's pretty uncommon, but I mean, it's a pretty decent track. But it looks like we are going to be
Dash.
going
We're
to
dashing
Athens
it.
Dash.
Fan, let's go.
Dynamo, big fan of Athens Dash. As you know, for him, this is actually a home court advantage track. So, he is a big fan of it. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. This is, personal favorite of ours. So love seeing it being picked from Shadow here. And this is a pretty common shroom up track, so we'll see lots of people pull mushrooms here, and then cut up at the grass cut towards the near the glider section. So we'll see what happens here. And Tech just getting greened instantly, and there is a Lakitu zone there, and so he is sent to the back with Clax. So kind of forced to sit back here, which honestly isn't really what you want. Technical has been sent to the back way too many times, which obviously isn't ideal for him, as Technical is he's a pretty big TTer. He knows how to run track, so him being sent to the back isn't necessarily what he wants. We see Fate here trailing a Nana in 1. Yeah, backing it tight just because.
He's at this
yeah.
point though where they're going to start chaining items. There is a chance that people are going to start throwing items up at him, but now since he's around the bend, he should be fine. And honestly, Vertex in that second spot, he's a lot more focused on just getting a decent race. He doesn't need that first.
Yes,
He'd really
and
appreciate it,
Technical
but
has
he
a
does not
blue.
have stuff to play with right now.
Tossing the blue out. And it looks like Fate's
Hits
able
the
to cancel it
Goomba.
on the
Beautiful
Goomba.
play.
And he has double protection in one.
Tentacle
Go
getting hit
to the
out.
casino, buddy. Put it all on ready because your luck is insane today. He is chilling in first place right now and has
Is
honestly
that
just the
Krakow
best thing he
contesting?
can.
No, it's Awoken. Okay.
Ooh, unfortunately, didn't drop the Nana right before the item set, so he could still chain.
He's probably just
So
getting coin anyway, though, so I don't think it
yeah.
matters.
Ooh, gets the
Hits
back on an
it! He hit it!
Awoken. Sending her back, and it looks like he's able to get 2 boxes here, which is pretty solid. Gotta hope this blooper doesn't mess him up because of the traction. And Technical, gotta be careful of lunch chase greens, forcing him to slow down here. And he is running him out after he gets rid of him,
No,
popping the
that's a...
ghost, because there
Okay,
is
no,
a chance
they're
for a
good.
last second
There's a
shot.
break. Blue's
Steals
not
the
going to make it
shroom.
in time. He's fine.
Fate, I think, solidifies his spot in
Tech
first here.
moving up in Ghost. Klax does have the red. He
Yep,
will
chooses
use it
not to
kind of
shoot up.
early. It goes for Anomaly.
Goes through the middle here.
Tentacle
Looks like
could
he's
get
got to
7th
settle
here.
with 8th here, I think. Yeah, settling with 8th here. Fate just having an insanely clean run, getting
Vertex in
the double
11.
protection he needed, and yeah, it looks like we have Technical out of the top 6 with Brat and Klax ahead of him. That's his competition that he needs to get in.
If you're a
which
player
is
kind of
Kind
in
of
that...
crazy. Technical is kind of been getting clobbered a bit in the mid pack. Honestly, it's like he's being sent to the back really early on, which for someone like Technical, that's not what you want. Technical is a very technical player, as the name implies, and he knows a lot of stuff. I think he has multiple world records right now, which means driving is what he's good at. And being in the back, you're more focused on items than anything else. So Technical, while yes, he is good with his items, he's much better with his driving, and being in the top is where he'd rather be.
Definitely.
Just out of comfort.
Because honestly, if you're someone in that lower mid pack, I would be... I honestly, I wouldn't really like the fact that there are 2 players kind of struggling to get on the board, because it's going to be a point where almost everyone is going to be at like the exact same score. There are so many people at like the 30 range right now, and those are all the people that you're competing with, rather than it just being more evenly dispersed or more dispersed towards the top. So I'd be kind of concerned, especially if I was someone like Technical, because he did get a 2nd place recently, but he really needs to get back on the board. He is not where he wants to be right now, and if he does not change it around soon, it will be getting from this point of like, he's fine, having a couple of bad races to like, is there a legitimate chance that he will not make finals?
Yeah, but Technical is currently in 3rd place right now, which honestly, getting up to the front on Sky High Sunday is very important.
Definitely.
There are 0 shortcuts on this shot. Triple
He has
nanas.
his protection.
Perfect what he needs right here. If he can catch up to Krakow, he can force him to hit his nanas here, but it looks like he is going to show those lines off and get into 2nd really early on with a really good set of items here. So, Technical, right now, this is what he needs. And luckily, Sky High Sunday, there's not a lot of shortcuts. You're not going to see many people cutting up to people like Vertex, who's just chilling in last right now. Not going to be what you need. And right now, you're just going to let Fate chill in 1, because he's going to be able to take care of that blue for you. Technical, honestly, is in a really good spot. If he can get rid of these nanas soon, and hopefully get a red, he's going to have to use his protection here, but luckily there's a double box up here. But if he can get just some reds here, hope a blue comes. There's the blue. And so you're just going to get Fate to horn the blue for you, and then you're going to have to play extremely aggressive to take over the spots here. And yeah, Technical just spacing out a bit here, just trying to be safe. He's got to shoom up here.
Yeah,
he's got to get
here's
rid
where
of
he's
the
going to
nana.
start making his move.
Yep.
He's going to chain this nana. He wants double reds.
Oh,
Now he's going to
gets
get
the
1
unfortunate
point.
corner side. Wait, actually, this isn't horrible. What he needs to do here is he needs to wait till Fate is past the item set, then chuck this red forward. But there's another item set. It's okay. Yeah, he's getting more 2nd place coins.
And he is playing
oh my gosh.
extremely...
He needs to chuck this red now. Chain the coin.
Ooh, that's
If he
huge.
gets reds here, no, he pulls green.
double
He needs to
greens.
throw these up on the straightaway, and hopefully he snipes Fate. But Fate is going to be
going
spamming
for
that
the
X
snipe.
button. He is not going to be able to hit Fate because Fate is just conscious.
Oh, he almost hit him. He had to swing
had
inside.
Technical have gotten reds
Blue
there, he
could
would
hit
have gotten
someone on the
first.
line. They're going to go for 4th place. I think is Krakow. I think he went across the line as Krakow or Awoken. Both of them are around that 4 or 5 spot. Vertex getting last again.
Yeah, Vertex. Oh, he is not doing what he needs to do. Technical finally breaking back into the top 6.
Yeah, I don't know. This guy's falling for Vertex right now. There's a chance he could turn it around, but at this point, He's gonna have to make really aggressive plays, just all in, because you need to start getting first and seconds. At this point, a 4 or 5 does not really mean much.
Yeah. Now we see Shadow is going to try to defend the circuit because she was sent to the back. What a Hanks move we got going on
Yeah, I
here.
think she's kind of just hitting up Vegas a bit, trying to hit the gamble button a little bit at this point. Because
Yeah,
if she
kinda
gets a
hoping-
couple big races just off of chance or just stuff working out for her, then she can be back in contention. But she is out of her original comfort, and I feel like a lot of the others' comforts with her would potentially be streamers, which honestly could work for anyone.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like we are going to Mount Wario here. So this track, lots of stuff going on, and everyone knows the nefarious tree section. So we'll see how many goofy things go off. And this is the halfway mark. We have completed 6 races here. So, and unlike last time, we actually get to see the final scores when they happen. So,
You jinxed it. You
this is
jinxed
live
it.
scores here. So we don't have to do any addition. This is who makes it in. So technical shrooming off the
Yeah,
track,
that's not.
unfortunately.
You're not
which-
gonna see that in the next YouTube video, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Yeah,
unfortunate
we'll
being
keep that
sent
one
to the
in the
back,
shelves.
which again isn't really what he wants here. But Fate, right, who we have on camera right now, contesting the top spots.
Fate has
Awoken.
been like in first like 70% of this entire
Already has a horn,
event.
buddy. The casino, it's calling your name.
Only
All
horn
on
player.
red. He already has a horn.
Chain
And
it to
it's behind
SNS. You're
coin.
probably gonna win, bro.
Yeah. And Tentacle is having to pop out Spark Stream just so he doesn't hit the wall there and die. But he has an 11th here. He's gonna need something to happen. Which luckily, this track, I feel like there's usually shots. So hopefully Tentacle can take advantage of the high shot chance on this track and maybe climb his way up the spots, which he has the dodge he needs. He's probably gonna shroom here, and yep, he's popping the dodge, going for the low glider here, snapping that double, and he has another star, which honestly, it wouldn't be surprised if he pops it soon. There it
Really
is.
good.
Fate
Yeah,
is getting
honestly,
blued.
there's probably a good chance of shock happening here. Vertex back in the back,
Lots of
but he's not
stars near
super
him.
far back, so there's a chance of shock not guaranteed.
Ready, going for technical. He tried spamming his shrooms so he could get rid of it, but now he has no shrooms,
Oh
only
my
rank, and he's
God.
getting hit by everything, getting sent all the way down
He
to
might
8th.
get redded too.
Yeah, by
Steez has
Steez.
the red.
Backs it.
Oh,
And he has
Star
a star
here. This is a
popping
really
this out
good
now.
spot.
He
If
needs
shock's
to
gonna
throw the
happen,
string
it's
and kill
gonna
out
happen
one
in the
string
next 10
Vertex.
seconds. This is where shock's gonna happen. It's
So the
just
rank
about if he
4,
gets him after
he
set.
gets out Vertex.
dying.
He has quad shrooms. He's good, and you have to
So
cut up
does
here.
everyone else. It's all about the lines at this point, and just not getting hit.
Hopefully someone else gets hit, but no one dies, and he has to settle for 8th. Really unfortunate. And
Fate
the
just
thing
winning
is,
again.
it all started with Shadow gets a 2nd there. Clax getting 4th. Technical is tied for 5th with Clax. Krakow is 2 points behind them. It is so close right now. This room is extremely tight.
Fate's on like 87 after 7. He is having fun right now. He probably
Yes.
won't show it because he's probably one of the more humble people in the community, but Fate's farming this to say the least.
Yep. Technical is picking Ribbon Road, which is definitely one of his stronger tracks. So good to see that coming from him. We see Cheese Land coming from Vertex. We see some Merry Mountain, some Christmas time, you know. We see some B-Dubs or some Waluigi Stadium, which is a pretty tech-heavy track. And again, we're coming back to comfort tracks because Lunch Tray, that is one of his better tracks that he likes. And we see Sydney Sprint coming from Clax. Sorry, buddy, you're going on the op watch now because not one of my favorite tracks, but you know, we're seeing it picked here, and it looks like we will be going to Choco Mountain, which is not a
Yeah,
track you see
kinda-
often, which definitely is a comfort pick from Awoken.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Cheeseland coming out from Vertex. Either he has completely given up or he's just starting to troll. The technical, just not, in terms of his placements on this, not really a good resume. It's not like everything is just completely being destroyed for him, but it's just, you need some of these to go in the right direction. I'd say more often than not, I'd say 75% of the time he finishes outside the top 6, which simply put, you got to finish within the top 6 to reach the finals here. He is going tight, so not going to have to worry about that back from the dark blue Yoshi. Fate is in 2nd, Krakow is 1st. It is a question of how long he can hold this.
Yep. Now we see Fate trolling Anana in third here, going wide for the coins, which you know he'll need because speed is coins are very important on Scooty. We got to be careful. Brad's right here.
Tech getting
It's not
ranked.
technical, and Brad is getting redded. Just whenever you're that close to somebody, just popping those reds, they don't have enough time to react. But I think that might have been a little bit of a lag red because I think Fate just drove
Blue's
a little
out,
tighter.
yeah.
Blue's out.
Fate. And he has a Nana, not like he was going to use it to block it. But
Yeah.
if he could get a Woken out of there, Fate's just going to run again. But this is, at least unfortunately for him, one of the only things he hasn't got lucky on, that this isn't just a free run for him once again. The back is looking like Lunge Tray, Vertex, and Shadow. None of them explicitly going very deep into the back. They do have a chance of pulling Shock, but they aren't necessarily wanting it.
Ooh, Tech hitting some
Beautiful
nasty
back.
backs from Brat.
He just has to keep the void, to be honest, because third is fine, to be honest.
Oh my gosh. Gotta be careful around that fire. Fate not losing any of his greens.
Oh,
but
here's
now
his chance.
Technicals, gotta be careful. Looks like Fate back to...
Oh my god.
Dude, that is such an unfortunate Lakitu respawn. That's just really unfortunate. The fact that the green got stuck there.
By the
this star by Krakow there.
Is that
it's
anomaly
so
in the deck? Oh, Fate getting ghosted, so he's going to finish around third or second,
He's
depending
gonna
on what happened with that blue.
That green
He did pull Bill, so he could gain a spot on anomaly, but considering everything that has happened...
green on technical was just so unfortunate.
Well,
getting stuck right there in the glider.
He's still in sixth. Honestly, he's fine.
Right there. He's in the hot seat. He's tied with Krakow. Luckily, we have a few more races left. I think we got a whole GP still.
I'm gonna be honest. He's still... Honestly, I think he's perfectly fine. I thought he was completely screwed at this point. 52, not crazy, but it is kind of working out. You would think that Fate just consistently stopping him from getting a good spot would be a bad thing. But at the same time, it really just seems that the same people that need to move up to pass him are failing to do so. So it just seems like everyone's just kind of staying around the same level. The same 2 to 3, 4 people are just moving ahead, and Technical more than likely is going to win the spot for 6th place. He's currently tied, so he's currently on the bubble. But if all this is going wrong for him and he's still in contention, then I think he's going to be fine.
And we are going with Waluigi Stadium. This is a pretty tech-heavy track. Lots of big stuff with all the ramps that are on it, the half-pipe section, so lots of stuff going on. And we have some high-level players here that can take advantage of it. So we'll see how well they can do it. We'll see how well they can hold down the top spots. And most importantly, will Technical be able to recover in this last GP to make it into finals? Which I think he definitely has the ability to do it. I mean,
his trail from Trey, he can hit him here.
Yeah, it's just Technical's luck has not been on his side. So this is all about, will Technical just not get BS'd here?
Pretty good lines from him, dropping one spot, but I assume someone shroomed up in order for that to happen. Playing kind of more conservative there, tricking off the half pipe. He has the ability to attack Lunch Tray here. There is a green and a Nana behind him, so I don't think he's necessarily super concerned about what's behind him. Lunch Tray does have the ability, though, to apply a lot of pressure. Hits himself and gets ghosted.
He gets ghosted, dude. And he's getting redded, dude. But Pratt had triple reds. Technical just is not having the luck he needs. He needs a shock to dodge. He needs everything.
He's at 11, so he's going to see it.
Fate just has a red and 1. That's what you need. If someone passes you, they can get redded. If blue happens and they get blued, you can red them after the blue. He's getting what he needs, when he needs it. And Technical here
Fate's in 1 again.
Or he's getting contested with Lunch Tray, I think, but we'll see. He's popping
anticipating
that star,
shock,
which
or
is
just
pretty good
wanting
because
to
there
play
are triple
safe.
greens. Fate, just letting him go out. There's a good chance for a blue to happen. So
he's getting really good pulls. He's going to start trying to hit people.
Fate's just letting him take blue. And now what Fate can do here is he has a shroom. He can just shroom up. He has 2 shrooms.
He
Looks
dodged.
like Trey can...
Or no, he didn't.
Nope, he doesn't.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter. Fate has 2 shrooms in 1. So now he can just take cut here.
Yeah, okay, holding his spot. Technical
getting
in the cut.
in the Nisk, dude.
Oh, Ifrit Star, he's in last. he has to get really good half-pie items because unless there's a shock on that last set, I don't think he can go up more than a couple of spots. Pulling star,
That's
but
not
who,
good
who
enough.
doesn't pull
It's a
star?
good pull, but it's not good enough.
Who
It's
doesn't
not
pull
what he wants.
stars?
He
Everyone
needs
has
a
triple
build.
shoots.
He
Immediately
is
using
gambling
his
all
items.
his items
He needs
on
this
this
next
double
set.
right here, or on this single right here. Was good. He
Triple
has shrooms.
shrooms.
Gotta be
Vertex
careful.
could
Vertex
hit
a
him
star.
in the
Don't
star.
hit Vertex a star. He's forced to slow down, and the draft messes him up too. But now he has to get
Gets hit
forced
on
into
the
labs.
line. Oh no. Fate getting lunch tray. If he moves up, he is going to contest. So I think he's 2 behind now. He's in 8th, and there's 2 people within 3 of him. If there's like one more bad race, there's actually a point where he could be in 10th place as like a 2 seed or a 1 seed. This is insane.
I think he was the 1 seed going into this.
I think he's. Well, is he the 1 seed?
Tech. Yeah. So yeah, technical being the 1 seed, this is an insane upset if he cannot make it to finals. I mean,
Cheeseland.
dude, Cheeseland. I mean,
I'm scared.
for Vertex, that's kind of
Oh.
what he needs, but
I'm
not
gonna
what
be honest,
technical needs.
it might be what technical needs. Like, I think there needs to be a change. We are getting pretty
Technical-
regular tracks, but it's just not really working for him. But
Yeah.
at the same time, honestly, this is gonna be like the most horrid VOD ever if he gets eliminated off Cheeseland. If he gets TS on Cheeseland race 12, it gets eliminated, I'm actually gonna like freak
he
out.
needs Ribbon Road. Like low key, out of all the tracks on the board, even though like I know it's his own track, but he needs Ribbon Road. Ribbon Road is not a track that you see that often. Unless you play for Vesper,
Well,
team
that's
like
what
me
I'm
and
concerned
Dynamo.
about some of these
But
picks.
Ribbon
like,
Road
yeah.
is super high tech. We know all of like the different paths and stuff, the wavy blue section, and the MT tricks off the boost ramps. Pretty lucrative. But it looks like we're going to Neo Bowser City from Fate.
Good
Fate,
runner, I think he likes
He's
that.
just getting what he needs here. I mean, Fate honestly can just
112
he is just
after
sitting
9.
in an open field with his picnic blanket out, kicking his feet, playing with the dandelions. Well, Technical is gonna have to just like crack down on making sure he has to be super conscious, super aware of everything around him to try and salvage as many spots as he can get, because for Technical right now, every spot matters. He needs everything he can get.
Moves
He is
up,
shrooming up
no
here.
trail.
Yep, having to space out from Krakow here. Gotta be careful. Opting to go for the single, which honestly, smart move, but unfortunately gets hit by the lag shell. But again, this is the start of lap 1, but I mean,
He's
as
fine.
we've seen in the past, I mean, stuff like this happens where it doesn't go well for
Anomaly
him at
is
the
wide
start.
open. He's going to aggro onto him in a second here.
Yep, he's got to toss that red forward as he goes into the double box. Has a ghost, which he can hold
He's playing the
onto,
long
which-
con on this one. He could
Yeah.
push up, but I'm not really sure if it's safe right now.
Yeah,
Fate
honestly,
getting hit out, so
he
he's
does
dropping to
not
third.
need to ghost right now. He needs to save this ghost for when he... And then Steez just gets triple greens from the side and they pop out on him. So the
Really
bomb
good
is killing
block
everyone.
for him.
And
Blue's
now
out.
the blue is
And there
out.
is running away. We'll see how that plans out for Tentacle, because he did get like a really good item in
Fate has a
fourth.
crazy 8 and 7. Has to back all of that there, but honestly, having a star here can be pretty scary because
say
it's
it's working
pretty
for Tech
slippery,
because
pretty tight.
It's working for Tech because a lot of the people that are going to contest him are not
Okay.
in a point. Like, there is a top 5 breakaway, and that's exactly what he needs. Especially because one of those 2 daisies that can push him down even more. I think both of them are behind. One of them's in 11th. So now he can really just focus on the 2 people that are
Fate
ahead of
getting
him.
hit by Technical's fireballs, and then Tech gets hit by something else, and then Fate slows
He's
down
got
the
hit by the
entire
horn.
lobby,
He has
and,
no items.
and then he's getting
Red skips, but there are
Don't get
stars
redded.
behind him.
He has to fight for the
has-
single box here. He has triple shrooms. He's cutting up. He's got to be careful of the triple reds that are in front of him, but they're gone now. Anomaly has the triple reds out. The blue has been launched, and it looks like
Anomaly can
first
kind of
place is gonna
decide
get
his
blue
fate here.
got to be
Throwing
careful of
them
Anomaly's
forward.
triple reds. Hopefully, Tech, he gets triple shrooms. That's what he needs. He needs to burn these now and get fire out and throw them at Anomaly. He's backing them. Ooh, he's tossing them out. He gets 6.
I honestly a better spot. Both of the daisies kind of struggling there, so he could push them off once again. But
Technical
we'll
is still
maintain that
in
8th place
right
spot.
now. He is 5 points behind 6th. He has
Traco is the
he-
one that will decide his fate here. Those daisies not completely out of the running of beating Tentacle or being that person, but they are roughly like 10, 12 down, so they need a really good race here. So it's a lot of weight is going to be put on this track in general, because once we get to that point where, honestly, the only people in contention, barring an absolute miracle, are going to be the people within 7 points. So like at this point, you have to do well. Like if you're bottom 4 or bottom 3, honestly, at this point, you have to get a good race or else you're out. So we're gonna at this point we are going to see who is really in contention for that 6th place spot. It's gonna come down to the wire. It's really close. If Lunch Tray and Shadow have a really good race, this could be a 5-person race going all the way down to 11th for that final spot.
Now, Rome right here. This is a stream up track, which honestly isn't too bad for technical.
It
Okay?
could go really
He's-
well or really wrong, to be honest.
Yeah, because he's in the mid-pack spots, and there are 2 really good stream up spots. Now, this track also literally comes down to the last turn, because the last turn, even though it's a tiny corner cut of a stream cut, it saves so much more time than you think it does.
Yeah,
and it
there's
is
a point to move.
devastating.
Yeah, you could definitely move forward, but I feel like there's more than enough spots on lap 3 where everyone's just forced to funnel together, and if someone horns or bombs him, then everyone will move up with stars once again, and then he'll just be in the same spot that he's been on throughout this entire competition. No shroom, so he can now immediately move up to the front. He will potentially try and contest fate.
Ends up getting lagged up,
Claxidon,
but hey,
I think.
it's Rome. So out of all the tracks that he could realistically be in the back on, Rome is not the
I'm
worst.
saying it's possible, but we've seen up to this point that he wants to be in the front. He
Yeah,
does not
because
want to be in the mid.
He's a runner. He's a driver. But he has 2 streams here. Gotta be
Fate
careful
is back
of
there with
Brat's
him.
Trail.
Fate
She
can
could
kinda
chuck
just
it up at
decide
this
him.
side at Shadow or Vertex. Yep, Vertex losing
Lunch
it there.
Tray's in 1. If Lunch Tray
Ooh.
gets 1 and Tentacle gets a bad spot, Lunch Tray can actually pass him, I think.
Yeah,
Because he's
Shelly,
like 10, he's
gotta
like
be-
8 or 10
gotta
down.
press X. Nope.
Got
Yep,
him.
gotta see what's behind him. He's gotta see what's. Ooh, yep, he's gotta pop that trail.
Blue's out. That's
Wait,
really good for
this-
him.
Yeah, this isn't too shabby. Oh,
Back
Trey has a
bomb.
bomb. Gets
Trey,
back.
that's nasty. Back grades could come from that 4th place spot. No.
Now, there's also typically a lot of shots that come soon. He's getting his plan out now because there is a massive crowd of people that he can plant here. Just gotta be careful that he doesn't get rented.
He's trying to troll.
Slowing-
He's
He
trolling
gets
him.
slow planted.
He's trolling him.
Dude, Fate is
Dude,
just
he's
trying his
intense.
best.
Dude, gets a single. No dodge.
Yeah. Technical's
So the
gonna be
daisies
something
are
big to
down?
happen.
But the daisies are down. But Krakow is the person that he needs to be, and Krakow isn't either 1st or 3rd. This could honestly eliminate him at this point. He needs to
he
gain
gets
spots.
green.
This
He
could
needs-
go.
oh my gosh,
he has
to
to.
dodge.
He needs to get a dodge.
Blue, that's not what he
Pulls
needs.
blue.
He needs to start
He
out.
needs
He
a
needs
shock.
to dodge.
There is no shock in play.
He needs like a bill. He needs.
No, Krakow's 2-3. Did he just get eliminated off that? I think
He gets running.
Krakow might have just clinched. At least for in his case. Okay, no.
Technical is now 62 points.
Awoken and Clax 2-3.
He has 8. Wow.
He is eliminated. He's down 18 on 6th. He is out.
It is impossible for Tech to get in now. That is just.
Brat? No, that's it. No, and Brat's down 14. That's it. That is. It's what?
You can see a tie because I think
She's down 16
60.
or 14. I thought she's down 16.
Yeah.
I think she's. Yeah.
I don't know.
I thought she was down 16.
We'll
Is she
see,
mathematically
dude.
eliminated as well?
That is so unfortunate. Tech popping out the random and hitting the things for playing. It's so unfortunate seeing stuff like that happen. It's like Fate was just trolling, slow planning him. Fate did not need to do
Dude.
that at all, dude. He is just.
Dude, that plant was nasty. Yeah. I respect the play.
Yeah. Fate
I
is
was
trying to
saying.
eliminate as much competition as he
He
can
could-
in
he could s-
finals.
Yeah. No, it's for the love of the game. You know, it's part of it. I'm saying, he could call him the strongest, but he's on 112 doing that. That's nasty work.
Yeah. But we
Fate, honestly,
see-
this is the guy that beat Sin at Road Rage. This is definitely someone, to be honest, if everything goes for him, could definitely be a front runner for this. I think he came in as a 4th seed to this.
I think.
Like, he is showing out. Honestly, I think he's going to be the 1 seed because there's no way anyone in that other pool is dominating as hard as he is right now. He's gotten first, or at least a
finishing
top 3
this-
spot, probably like 10 or 11 times. He's on 136 after 11. This is like MomoCon finals. He is actually just breaking away every single race. It's just, that was probably a bad race for him, and he got 4th. He is just genuinely, no matter who comes up, he is just winning the front pack every single time.
Krakow pulling out the Water Wiggler for the last race, and we see Fate chilling in these top spots, which Weibo, the NIS can be quite trivial, especially after the glider, because everyone will be chucking up their highly speed cannon items. So yeah, we have Fate with 2 shrooms in 9 here. So we see someone also running Lemmy in the back. But yeah,
Gets a
Fate.
half pipe.
Yep, gets the half pipe. Ooh, gets hit by Klaxus, and then
The Clax with the TK.
yep, Fate
Fate's probably
bumped
gonna
off.
talk to him after this.
Yep. And we see Fate chilling in last, and yeah, we see Technical just gonna try to play as best he can. See how high he could, get
Because
up.
he can
Vertex
get a
getting
7th place
nastily
spot.
back to there.
Yeah, he can get that 7th place spot over Brat. So at this point, he can definitely just make it look a little more convincing. But honestly, he was expecting to
Yep,
reach finals.
Tex, just be
Krakow is
careful
definitely
around
going to try and
Krakow
back him here.
streams.
He is trolling.
Oh my gosh, that's such
Oh
an
my God.
unfortunate
11th
back there,
place,
dude.
and Bill's coming up.
I feel
He got
so
hit
bad for Tech. It
again.
literally just feels like everyone is after him. It just feels like all the items just have their crosshair on
Yeah,
Technical.
I'm saying that's
It's
kind of
so
it's the unfortunate thing with having a name in general or in the community is that people are going to try and headhunt you, or at least in this position. He probably does not like how people use their items in this mid pack. He is just kind of not able to slow down the process and see some of these coming, or at least all these backs are kind of hitting. There's just a lid on top 4, to be honest, that someone gets in the way every time of him just surviving. Star, really good, because this often, I definitely think there's going to be a shock here. It's fairly far back. I think that's Hee-Haw on 1. He's definitely broken away. Blue is out. Vertex dying. I'm not sure if that's on set. Probably not. Technical in 5. Pulling red, so he could definitely disturb up to 3rd or 2nd place, but you're going to see people potentially in stars and shrooms trying to move up, not blocking any of them from taking the path. Shadow can backrank here. Doing it tight, the rubber band will not hit him. He cannot fast shell anyone, so he's just probably going to try and maintain 4th unless he gets a shock dodge here. Really good line there, immediately outlining Shadow. Triple shrooms, but he is completely unprotected. If this Bill moving up can attack him, this is what's going to happen. All right, just solid 3rd from him. Good way to end it off. I don't really know where Brad finished, but honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he takes that 7th place spot. Yeah, I think Brad got last. Yeah, okay, he'll take 6th place.
And here are the final standings. It
7th,
looks
yeah.
to see Fate, Hee-Haw, Woken, Steez, Klax, and Krakow.
Klaxonen got in again?
That's insane stuff.
What a run from him. 90 bomb and semis, putting his name next to Bone Dry Dudes players or some of the best 2v2 players you've ever seen. It's obviously as one person falls out of the pack, someone's going to come in. Just truly an amazing run from Klaxonen. Honestly, I feel like Fate is probably extremely proud of him. Klax really just taking the opportunity, everything going wrong for Tech. I honestly wasn't even really paying it to Klaxonen, my fault for that. But silently just being one of the most underrated players in this entire tournament.
For sure. He just definitely an underdog thing going on here. It's honestly just someone that you didn't expect to make it in, makes it in. But unfortunately, that comes with a cost. That cost being Technical. It does not get to make it in. He was the 1 seed going into this room, and that is a crazy
I'm
upset.
saying anything can happen, man. Anything can happen.
It was really intense, but there were just a lot of things that just didn't go his way, and unfortunately, that's just how it is. I mean, we play a game with a luck element competitively, and sometimes things just hit the fan, and that's just what happened to Technical there.
That was, yeah, honestly, really insane.
Yeah, very action-packed room. I can definitely assure you that. But yeah, lots of stuff happening. Anyways, pretty sure this is the end of the Broad Street Blur stream because we'll be going to Makealore stream for finals. So go ahead and hop over to Makealore Switch to see what happens in finals. And Fate, who jumped to 142, you get to see how well he does on the big stage. So we'll see what happens. Anyways, that is all we got. Thanks for stopping by and watching this very intense game. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Adios, y'all.